I'd like to read just two testimonies. I have hundreds of them, and then tell a brief story. This first one comes from Pastor George Gribben, who writes this: "It's difficult to express the mountain of emotions I feel. This one thing I know. I was headed for a premature resignation and leaving the ministry with my head hung low in despair. Now, I have a spring in my step, a passion in my heart, and a desire to finish the race God has set before me with excellence. Thank you, pastors of excellence." And then this second one doesn't come from one of the pastors, but actually comes from the pastor's spouse. I've realized you don't ask a pastor how it's going, you ask their spouse how it's going. There's where you get the real answer. This comes from Diana, the spouse of Jeff, and she says this, quote, "Jeff is not the same pastor he was prior to the program. My husband is now truly a pastor to the people God has asked him to serve. He's excited about the possibilities that the future holds and is able to encourage invitingly those around us to join the adventure. I am grateful for the enrichment brought to Jeff's ministry. He was good before, but I have seen nothing but great things in this past year." And then I'll end, not with a testimony, but an analogy that was given recently to me by one of our lead mentors and one of our lead presenters, Reverend Kathy Kuhn. She was addressing our board of directors here at Ashland Theological Seminary. She told the story of her grandmother who, in her neighborhood, everybody would hang their sheets out on the line every Sunday, or Saturday, I guess. And she said her grandmother became increasingly bothered by her neighbor who would constantly hang dirty sheets out on the line. She would look out her kitchen window and she would see those dirty sheets. The first time she thought, oh, that's embarrassing. But about the 10th time she thought, this is really degrading to our neighborhood. People drive by, they think this is the way we live here. And after about 2 months, she got up her gander and she decided, I'm going to give her a piece of my mind. She pushed that back door open, she marched across the backyard, and as she got close to those sheets, she looked and they're clean. And when she turned around and she looked back at her own house, she saw that it wasn't the sheets that was dirty, but it was actually her kitchen window that was filthy. Unfortunately, too many pastors approach their ministry with dirty windows. And so we like to now say, in Pastors of Excellence, we're window washers for the kingdom of God.